안녕하세요. 아시아경제TV 코인인터뷰입니다. 저는 오늘 진행을 맡은 김도연입니다. 오늘 코인인터뷰를 찾아주신 게스트는요. 윌슨 웨이 대표님입니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕.
Well, hello. It is really nice to have an interview with you, Mr. Wilson Wei, right?
Right.
Before we begin, please briefly introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay. 안녕. So my name is Wilson Wei, and I'm CEO and co-founder from Lino. We are a blockchain startup in Silicon Valley.
This is first time of Coin interview today, right?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Actually, the first time here in Korea. So really excited to be here.
Is it your first time in Korea?
Yeah. First time.
Then how do you feel? Like nervous, excited?
I don't speak the language, but it seems like everyone here is super friendly. So.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about Lino you developed. This is the project related to video streaming, right?
Yeah, we do. We support video streaming and also on-demand videos. Yeah, so not only live streaming, but also VODs.
Then let's talk about Lino in detail. What kind of network is it specifically?
So Lino, first of all, we are not based on Ethereum. We're not doing ERC20 at this point. We are developing our own public chain, and we cooperate with Cosmos, previously called Tendermint. And so the consensus algorithm that we have is PBFT-based POS, and supports thousands of TPS potentially. The core algorithm that we produce is what we call the first one, proof of content value, and then the second one, proof of human engagement. So based on those algorithms, we have our own mining functions. The way that we distribute the newly minted tokens, the way we allocate them is totally different than the current networks. So we create a whole governance system as well. There will be three parties inside the governance system, the Lino Foundation, the voter committee, which include everyone in the community. All token holders can vote for any proposals. And then we have the validator committees, and the validators are responsible for validating blocks and all the execution stuff. So that's the fundamentals of our ecosystem. And on top of the Lino protocol, on top of the Lino blockchain, people can develop the apps, dApps on top of us. You can create a YouTube, a Twitch, and then you can use our token as the currency inside the system.
Okay.
Yeah. And there will be a lot of metrics to promote the economics.
Okay.
The economy, sorry.
So in these days, there are tons of video streaming websites emerging, right? So
Yeah.
what could you tell us differences between Lino and the other video streaming networks?
So fundamentally, a decentralized platform means zero cut, absolute zero cut. So the current industry, YouTube, for example, is the sole monopoly in the market, and they're constantly pushing forward the gross margin for their ad revenue. So previously, it's probably around 30% to 40% cut from content creator. Right now, it's around 50 to 60.
Sure.
And plus, a lot of new demonetization policies came out during the past 2 years. And also, they have introduced a lot of different kind of filtering, content censorship. And for all of those, there are only one reason actually, because YouTube is a corporation.
True.
And the only self-interest that they have is to maximize their profit. And because they have absolute bargaining power against users, because they own the platform, and therefore they'll constantly push the limits for to get as more cut as possible. So that creates a fundamental class conflict between YouTube as a platform against its users or content creators. So for us, the DAO concept makes everyone in the community become the owner of the platform, and therefore zero cut, absolute zero cut, because the platform itself right now should be non-profit oriented. It should be like a non-profit organization, work for the objective for the platform or for all kinds of means of production in video industry should be increase the total GDP or like the total productivity inside the community instead of like more and more profit for individuals. So like Satoshi, we like I don't want to like compare us to Satoshi because Satoshi is such a great person, you know, way above us. But I mean, we're learning from him or them. When we create Lino, we're not trying to create a company that is belong to us or belong to me. It's not true. We're trying to create a community that is belongs to everyone.
Okay.
That is really the fundamental difference between us and centralized streaming or video platforms. And therefore, because of that, all content creators or users are going to earn much more than they could make on YouTube or Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then when is it going to be available for public?
Right now, we are privately testing our testnet, and I mean, creating a brand new public chain is hard, and we have been working on it for a little bit more than a year. The plan is to launch the mainnet later this year. So hopefully we can launch the mainnet by the end of fourth quarter. Yeah.
Okay. Is the upload format same with the existing video streaming website or different? Does format is same or different?
I mean, the user experience is going to be really different, but the way that people discover content might be very similar. Again, fundamentally, it is the way that you make money that makes the whole platform different. It's not like, okay, right now I'm on YouTube, I'm watching this video, and when this video comes to Lino, you're watching another video. It's not. No. The key difference is how you monetize the content. And also, we are going to be super interactive and community driven. And you'll see inside the whole community, people will be engaging much more than they will be engaged in the YouTube community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then is it possible to film in live besides video uploading?
Live and video uploading?
Yes. Can you stream or can
Yeah,
you upload?
yeah. I mean, streaming and upload
Uploading.
video, yeah, we support both of that.
Okay. Then how do you keep all those data?
You mean storage?
Yes.
Yeah. So people has been asking questions around the video infrastructure, around like CDN and storage. Actually, we don't think, the first thing is we're not trying to create like a fully decentralized P2P network. That's not the the long-term goal. The long-term goal is to create a DAO for the whole industry. So to create a DAO, one of the key principles that we follow is we do not want or we do not allow any single party to become a dictator or like a monopoly in the community, because if they are a dictator, that means they can leverage their resource against the whole community, and we don't want to let that happen. So for storage and live streaming like CDN. The current P2P networks like IPFS or LivePeer, we have tested both of them. It is not production ready yet. So we come up with a solution called auction system.
Okay.
It's basically we let multiple service provider compete against each other, and the community get to choose like which of the top 5 we are going to use, so that we make sure that no one become the sole supplier of the network.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, the video streaming website gains its profit by advertisement or the number of visits, right? Is it same for Lino, or is there other way to earn the profit?
So in the Lino network, we recognize multiple parties as contributors. So there are a couple ways that you can earn Lino. The first way is super obvious. Become a content creator, and then you can make money through advertisement or donation, tips, or subscription fee, any kind of monetization model that you know. And then the second party should be the users.
Yes.
Users' contribution in the network normally got ignored by a centralized platform.
Okay.
For example, when you actually, for example, if you create a content and me as a user, I like your content and help you to repost the content. It's actually a work of redistribution.
Yes.
And when I do that, I help your content to gain more extra exposures and potentially monetize more. So if I did that, that means I'm contributing to promoting a content, and therefore we will have an algorithm to help you to monetize your work as well. So we recognize that contribution as well. So any contribution that promote the productivity, promote the consumption should be valued in the system. And then the third party would be developers. Developers can also make money through developing apps. The more people, the more members that you have, the more you are going to make. And also like content, infrastructure providers like storage, CD, and transcoding providers, they can make money as well. And then last part, validators.
Okay.
Yeah.
Validators. Okay. I heard about the token used in Lino. Would you explain how it works? How to earn, like how to gain, like?
Yeah, so if you, as long as you are like one of those five parties, you make contribution to the network. You provide like a block validation service, or you provide storage service, or you develop apps, or you help content to redistribute, or you create content. Those are the ways that you can make Lino.
So, do you give out all those like token to the user and the like creator, or it's just like gaining program?
What do you mean by gaming program?
Gaining
program.
If I may consider me as a creator, like do I post up the video? Do I get the token, or how does token?
So once you post a video,
yes.
You're going to monetize your video. Like people are going to donate money, or you're going to have ads in the system, and those are your income. And we have a reward system to incentivize the people who join the network earlier than others.
Also, incomes are changing as a token.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I totally understand. So since the user can use it by themselves, it seems to be quite an opportunity for the content creator in view of direct investment, right?
I don't want to do any like financial recommendation, and also we're not listed. The whole team we're based in Silicon Valley, and we purely focus on development.
Okay.
And it has been the way in the past like 12 months, and we're going to continue to do so.
Oh, that is so nice answer. So you might have encountered severe challenges while you're developing the Lino, right? What was the most difficulties?
I'll say like creating a system like this, creating a DAO, designing a DAO in an industry like this is much more complicated than maintaining just the open ledger. So the challenge is to how can you design a currency system that is long-term sustainable, and also in the short run provides enough incentive for the whole system to growth, to promote the community economy. So that's one challenge. And the second challenge would be like how can we create a DAO that is long-term decentralized and the democracy that we are pursuing, it's more like a social experiment. We don't have a certain answer, and that's why we need more talent to join and to join us to figure out in the future. I don't think anyone inside the industry has a certain answer at this point.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we're all trying out, and that's what entrepreneurs do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So your team members must have worked hard to resolve the problems you've encountered, right?
Yeah.
And they're still figuring out, right? And would you introduce these hard workers?
Yeah, sure. So we have 4 co-founders, and so me and Ryan. Ryan is our head of engineering, and we met in Berkeley, and he was the president of AC after me at Berkeley. And then after that, he went to Google, Facebook, and then joined us.
Wow.
And Qifeng is also one of my co-founders. We went to the same high school. He graduated from Stanford with a CS PhD background. And he's our chief scientist. And Zach, we have been knowing each other for long, since we were little. And he graduated from USC, and then go to Columbia, went to Columbia for his master, and then he majorly helped us to do like data analytics stuff.
Oh, so basically you guys are all friends and
Yeah.
from America, right? Went
No.
abroad to America?
No. I was born and raised in China.
Oh.
And then after high school, I went to America for my college.
College.
Yeah.
Okay. Then do you have any other co-workers, partners, or
Yeah, the current
investors?
team, we have around like 25 people. And I mean, I don't have enough time to introduce each of them. But we have a very experienced and talented team. Most of them are highly educated and with like solid, like a big company coding experience, all very talented tech people. And then investor-wise, so Zhen Fund, one of the best VC fund in China, invested in us as our angel investor last year, late August or September, early September. And then after that, like this year, we did a pre-sale. So total funding around like $20 million worth of tokens.
Okay.
Yeah. And so FBG, D Fund, in blockchain, and Link VC, all those big names there on our site. So.
All right. What is the future plan and goal of Lino?
Future plan and goal. I mean, long-term speaking, the goal is to create a DAO, and that's a very challenging goal. Short-term, we're going to keep developing and debugging the testnet, and then hopefully we can launch the mainnet as soon as possible. And also the product, we're going to lead at least one single product, and hopefully we can launch that in maybe September.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would you like to say something to the content creator who will use Lino for their content to make?
Content creators.
Yes.
Like content creators in Korea or
Anywhere.
Okay. I think it's quite obvious that content creators are struggling with YouTube. The policy that they come out is unfair, and you guys are the people who actually created the value. So you deserve much more than what you are paid right now. So join us.
Wow, that was so grateful.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Wow, that was so grateful. So lastly, please leave your remarks to our viewers.
My remarks,
Yeah.
I'd love to see some further opportunity in the Korean market, and hopefully we can introduce our product into this market and get to see you guys more. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so that concludes our interview today. Thank you so much for joining us. 네, 오늘 인터뷰에 응해주신 윌슨 웨이 대표님 고맙습니다. 코인 인터뷰가 준비한 내용은 여기까지고요. 코인 인터뷰는 앞으로도 유익한 코인 정보를 제공해드리기 위해 노력하겠습니다. 고맙습니다.